Hey, soldier of growth. Yeah, I'm talking to you, the one feeling drained, exhausted, burned out. Not because you're weak, but because your energy's been slipping away, not being used with purpose. Let's be honest for a second. Most folks today are running on empty, not because they're working too hard physically, but because they're pouring their energy in 100 different directions. Just look around you. People are endlessly scrolling through feeds, comparing themselves, arguing online, seeking validation, replying to negativity, wasting time on pointless relationships. They go to bed tired and wake up anxious, not because life's tough, but because their inner energy is being misused. A lion doesn't chase after every animal it sees. It carefully chooses its prey. It waits patiently, conserving energy for what truly matters, the kill. Meanwhile, you're giving lion energy to tiny mosquitoes. Folks often think they need motivation, but what they really require is mastery over their energy. The ancient Stoics grasped this concept thousands of years ago. They understood that controlling your emotions, reactions, desires, and thoughts is the real path to power. This isn't loud, showy power, it's quiet strength that keeps you calm when everything around you's burning. It's the kind of power that makes people wonder, how does that guy stay so composed when everyone else is falling apart? In this video, I'll walk you through 7 brutal Stoic rules that teach you how to master your energy, keep your peace intact, and sharpen your focus. These aren't soft, fluffy tips or over-idealistic philosophies. They're ancient, raw advice that's more relevant now than ever. If you're tired of feeling drained, if you're ready to guard your mental space like a warrior protecting his shield, then pay close attention. These aren't just rules, they're mental weapons you can use starting today. Energy is more valuable than time. You can go through a whole day and bounce back, but if you waste your energy on the wrong people, thoughts, or actions, it could cost you your purpose altogether. The Stoics didn't have smartphones or social media, but they faced enemies, distractions, suffering, injustice, and yet they trained their minds to stay composed, intentional, disciplined. Because, as Epictetus famously said, you become what you give your attention to. So, the real question is, what are you giving your attention to every single day? That answer will reveal everything about your life. Don't skip any part of this video. Hit like and subscribe so you don't miss the next piece of wisdom. And if you're serious about changing, drop this affirmation in the comments. I master my energy. I master my life. Let's begin this journey. Number 1. Eliminate energy vampires without feeling guilty. When someone treats others poorly, their bad behavior is on them, not you. Don't take it personally. As Marcus Aurelius put it, this can be harsh but real. You can't master your energy if you keep toxic people around. It's impossible. No matter how disciplined you are, if you let energy vampires stay in your space, they will drain you. Who are these vampires? They're not just loud or rude folks. They can be quiet manipulators, people who constantly complain, guilt-trip you, make you feel small, or never show love but always expect your attention. Here's the Stoic truth. You owe nobody access to your peace, not out of guilt, not because of shared history, not even blood. This is where most get it wrong. They confuse kindness with weakness. They put up with dysfunction in the name of being good. But goodness without boundaries is just self-destruction. Seneca said, associate with people who are likely to make you better. Welcome those you can help improve. If the people around you aren't making you stronger, calmer, and more focused, then they're distractions, not allies. You might say, but I've known them for years. Fair enough. But ask yourself, are they helping you grow? Or are they keeping you stuck in a version of yourself you're trying to leave behind? The Stoics taught that energy isn't infinite. Every person you invite close is either fuel or poison. Cutting someone off doesn't mean you hate them. It's about choosing your peace over drama, your purpose over guilt, your growth over guilt. You don't need to make a show of your decisions. Just move with calm detachment and let nature take its course. That's how you start mastering your energy, not by piling on more motivation but by removing what doesn't belong. Remember, silence is power. Let them wonder why you're unavailable. Let them feel your absence. You're building something now you don't owe explanations. You owe yourself peace. Number 2, control what's feeding your mind. Your thoughts determine the quality of your mind, so be intentional. Marcus Aurelius would say, imagine someone sitting beside you all day whispering toxic stuff. You're not good enough, you'll never make it, everyone's better than you. You'd call that verbal abuse. But what if that voice is your own? And what if it's being shaped every day by what you consume? The Stoics knew this well. Your mind is like a garden. Whatever seeds you plant to your thoughts, beliefs, words, those are what will grow. Constantly feeding your brain with drama, negativity, distraction, and noise. Don't be surprised when your inner world feels chaotic and worn out. Ask yourself, what are you watching? What music are you letting into your soul? Who are you following online? Because these aren't small inputs, they're programming your perception. They shape your emotions. They teach your nervous system what normal is. You can't expect peace if all you're ingesting is chaos. Marcus was onto something. The quality of your mind isn't accidental. It's a result of habitual exposure. Think of it like this: imagine you're at the gym trying to build muscle, but every time you leave, someone injects poison into your body. How long can you last? Same with your energy. If you feed your mind junk all day, don't be shocked when your spirit feels weak. This isn't about perfection or robotic discipline, it's about being deliberate. One of the best ways to master your energy is to curate what you let in. Swap gossip for growth. Replace comparison with contemplation. Switch arguments for understanding. Replace endless scrolling with moments of short, meaningful silence. Start small. Before clicking on that mindless video or social feed, ask yourself, is this fueling my energy or draining it? Over time, your focus sharpens, your thoughts slow down, and your anxiety diminishes. It's not that life becomes easy, it's that your inner environment clears up. As Epictetus said, if you want to improve, be content to seem foolish or silly to others. You might look strange not keeping up with trends, ignoring the latest drama, avoiding pointless debates, but the trade-off: peace, focus, inner strength. Protect your mind like a fortress, because what you allow in will eventually come out. Number 3, master the art of pausing before you react. When someone wrongs you, remember, the harm is on them, not you. Your responsibility is to maintain your character. As Epictetus said, most people drain their energy not from what happens to them, but how they react. Someone cuts you off in traffic, explode. Someone ignores your message, spiral. A rude comment, your mood plummets. It's not the event itself, it's your reaction that costs energy. The Stoics knew the power of the pause, that tiny sacred space between the trigger and your response. Think about how many arguments, mistakes, and emotional meltdowns could be avoided if we just paused for 5 seconds. Epictetus reminded us, it's not what happens to you, but how you respond that matters. That's not weakness, that's discipline. It's easy to lash out. It takes strength to observe, breathe, and respond wisely. Why is this crucial for mastering your energy? Because every emotional reaction is an energy drain. When you dispute with someone who doesn't deserve your attention, when you reply to hate with anger, or let others' careless words hijack your peace, you're handing over your mental currency. Imagine your energy is cash in your wallet. Would you give $100 bills to yelling strangers? Of course not. So stop giving your mental resources to every little trigger. Here's a simple practice. Next time someone disrespects you, pause. Don't respond instantly. Breathe deeply. Ask yourself, does this person's opinion really change my truth? When life gets chaotic, don't assume it's personal. Ask, will this matter in 5 days? 5 weeks? 5 years? The power is in the pause. It buys you time, which brings clarity. Clarity leads to wise action. That's how you protect your energy. The modern world teaches speed, respond fast, click fast, get angry fast. But the Stoics teach patience. The slower you are to react, the more powerful your response becomes. It's not about numbness but control. So next time you feel that heat rising, don't suppress it, observe it. Let it pass like a wave. Let silence be your strength. When you're ready, reply with purpose or walk away with dignity. That's true Stoicism. That's how warriors guard their peace. And I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments. My pause is my power. Number 4. Be ruthless about your priorities. If your life lacks clear, consistent goals, you won't live it with consistency either. Marcus Aurelius nailed it. You're not tired because you're doing too much. You're tired because you're doing many things that don't matter. Most of us waste energy on low-priority distractions while our real purpose quietly fades in the background. You say yes to tasks you don't care about. You help people who wouldn't do the same for you. You scroll social media for an hour but refuse to spend 15 minutes on your dreams. That's not a time issue, it's a priority problem. The Stoics believed in clear aims. Know what matters most. Cut out what doesn't align with your purpose and values. Don't drift through life like a leaf blown around by the wind, bouncing from one thing to another, exhausted, aimless. Marcus said it best. Build your life step by step and be satisfied if each action aligns with your goals. The goal isn't perfection, it's alignment. Ask yourself, does this move me closer to the life I respect, or is it pulling me further away? If it's not aligned with your core values, peace, or purpose, it's just a distraction, not a duty. You don't owe everyone your time. You're not obligated to respond instantly or jump into every plan or call. Let people be confused if they don't understand. You're not here to be understood by everyone, you're here to master your life. Protect your time as if guarding a fortress. Every yes is a no to something else. And here's a practical tip. Each night, write down 3 non-negotiable priorities for the next day. Just 3, no more. When the day starts, guard those priorities fiercely. Finish them and everything else is extra. This is how you move with purpose, not busy but effective. Seneca warned, it's not that we have little time but that we waste much of it. You don't need more hours, you need sharper focus. Be aggressive with your priorities because your energy is a sacred resource. Waste it on trivial things and your life will be spent on things that don't matter. Drop this in the comments. I focus only on what truly matters. Number 5. Say no without feeling guilty. No one is truly free until they master themselves, according to Epictetus. One hidden reason so many feel overwhelmed is that they've been conditioned to feel guilty for saying no. You say yes when you really want to say no. You accept plans that drain you. You respond out of obligation, not joy. And worst of all, you let others' comfort come before your own mental health. It's time to change that. One of the most powerful ways to master your energy is to learn how to say no firmly, kindly, and without guilt. The Stoics weren't people pleasers. They stuck to their principles and let others feel what they needed to. Epictetus told us, be content to look foolish or stupid if that's what it takes to be better. Why? Because standing in your truth confuses those who benefit from your silence. And choosing peace over pleasing will offend those who expect you to always comply. That's part of energy mastery, reclaiming your time and dignity without apology. Here's a practical approach. You don't need to fumble around with apologies. Just say, no, that doesn't work for me, or no, I'm focused on something important right now, or even simply no. Silence after a firm no isn't rudeness, it's respect for yourself. You teach people how to treat you through what you allow. Keep saying yes to things that drain you, and they'll think you're always available for more. Set clear boundaries, prioritize your well-being, and say no from a place of clarity. That's how you teach others that your energy isn't for sale. And here's the truth. The right people will respect you more. The wrong ones will drift away, and that's a blessing. Don't waste energy explaining or justifying. Just enforce your boundaries. Every no you utter is a yes to your peace, your goals, your rest, your future. This isn't about drama or loudness, it's steady, grounded, stoic resolve. Expect resistance. Keep your stance. As Marcus Aurelius said, do what's right. The rest doesn't matter, so don't flinch. Your future self is begging you to stop betraying your own peace. And drop this affirmation in the comments. My no is a full sentence. Number 6. Guard your mornings like a soldier guards his post. When you wake up, think about how precious it is just to be alive, to breathe, to think, to love, to enjoy. Marcus Aurelius pointed out that your first hour of the day shapes everything that follows. Yet most people blow this opportunity. Instead of starting strong, they jump straight into chaos. You wake up and instantly check your phone, your texts, notifications, social media. Before you even put your feet on the ground, your nervous system is overloaded. You go from deep sleep to stress in under a minute. That's not just a bad habit, it's spiritual sabotage. The Stoics viewed mornings as sacred, a time for reflection, a moment to prepare your mind for the battles ahead, not a rush to scroll or react impulsively. Marcus kept a habit of writing to himself every morning, not because he had time, but because he understood that the soul is guided by the thoughts it entertains. So, here's what you can do. Create a calm, intentional morning ritual. It doesn't have to be fancy. It just needs to be deliberate. For example, no phone for the first 30 minutes, non-negotiable. Take deep breaths before speaking, focus on 10 calm breaths and reflect or journal. Ask yourself, what really matters today? What will I refuse to let control me? Get moving. Even 5 minutes of stretching, walking, or light activity will help wake up your mind. Repeat a single Stoic quote, one truth, and let it be your guide. You don't have to be perfect, but you must be present. This sacred morning time is where you build your mental armor. It's where you decide who you want to be, not what the world expects of you. The days you protect your mornings, you're stronger, calmer, more focused, less reactive. The days you let chaos in early, you're walking into a battlefield unarmed. So defend that first hour. It's where your energy leadership begins. As the Stoics believed, your outer world reflects your inner discipline. Own your mornings and you'll own your life. Drop this in the comments. My mornings are sacred. I start strong. I stay calm. Number 7. Stop explaining yourself to everyone. Waste no more time arguing about what it means to be a good person. As Marcus Aurelius said, you're wasting more energy than you realize by explaining your every move to people who will never understand your purpose. Why bother explaining why you cut someone off, skipped that party, stayed quiet, or chose peace over chaos? Here's the truth. You don't need to justify growth or your choices to people committed to misunderstanding you. Let your actions do the talking, because silence is dignified. It quietly says, I know who I am and I don't need your approval. Marcus Aurelius compared it to a rock. The waves keep crashing over it, but it remains unmoved while the sea rages around it. When you stop explaining your boundaries, your healing, and your purpose, you're watering weeds. The people who genuinely care will respect your peace without needing an elaborate explanation. Those who don't, they won't accept your reasons anyway. So conserve your energy. Every time you defend your solitude or justify your discipline, you weaken your own power. Instead, do your work, live your truth, and let others talk. You're not here to be understood by everyone. You're here to walk your path with clarity. Even if you have to walk alone, that's okay. Your life doesn't need endless justifications or excuses. You don't owe explanation for healing, for retreating, or for prioritizing your energy. As Epictetus said, first, decide what you want to be, then act accordingly. When you stop explaining, you reclaim massive energy. You stop trying to be understood, you focus on being unshakable. Let them misunderstand your silence. Let gossip swirl around your focus. Let critics mock your calm. None of that matters because your internal stability remains unbreakable. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I no longer explain my peace. I protect it. Remember, the one who conquers himself is the greatest warrior. That's true strength. Let's pause and breathe together for a moment. Because if you've made it this far, it's clear. You're finished living on autopilot. You're ready to master your energy through discipline, clarity, and deep self-awareness, just like the Stoics did. Life won't slow down for you. The world will keep pulling you in every direction, yelling, distracting, tempting. But now you're building something stronger. You've learned that energy isn't about caffeine, hustle, motivation, or rushing. It's about what you choose to allow in. It's about what you protect with silence. It's about what you say no to without guilt. Think back over what you've just done. You've cut off energy vampires, controlled your mental inputs, paused before reacting, prioritized ruthlessly, said no with conviction, guarded your mornings and stopped explaining yourself. That's profound energy mastery. That's real self-control and stoic strength alive within you. Marcus Aurelius summed it up perfectly. The tranquility that comes when you stop caring about what they say or think or do, only what you do. Your focus now is not the noise outside, but your calm, deliberate, purpose-driven movement. The world can't upset someone who doesn't flinch, who listens more than talks, who sees chaos but chooses peace, who attracts rather than chases, who embodies calm instead of just explaining. Carry this energy into your next morning, your next week, your next chapter of life. Let them wonder what's changed. Let them sense the shift. Let your silence speak volumes. And always remember your energy is your responsibility. When you protect it, you become unstoppable. Drop this final affirmation in the comments. I master my energy. I master my life. If this message resonated with you, don't keep it to yourself. Like, share, comment your biggest takeaway, and subscribe for more powerful Stoic wisdom. Your journey of mastery has just begun.